Hello, family. The trending issue of the girl at the university, at the UNIZIK University, by the way, that's my alma mater, that assaulted her professor or one of her professors, and they fought, or she fought him. Attracted my attention because it happened in Igbo land. If it did not happen in Igbo land, I might not have been interested, because I believe that my priority and the priority of every Igbo should be the solving of the Igbo problem in Nigeria. As it is right now, in Nigeria, I focus on the Igbo problem. I'm living in America, so I do my best to make the American society, which wants to improve, to continue to improve. So I made a post yesterday, and it was a simple post. I basically called for, I said that the university should have suspended rather than expelling that student. That's all I said. That's basically what I said. And I have my reasons for saying that, even if their rules called for expulsion. There is, by the way, I'm a lawyer. I was a law lecturer for so many years before I entered into academia. There is also a legal tradition dubbed tempering justice with mercy. That's why I called for a suspension rather than an expulsion. And I will explain why I did all this. Nigeria is an extremely violent society. The Nigerian people have been traumatized systematically since the country was created. All the people have suffered is torment, torture. The colonialists did the same. The people that succeeded them did the same. Now what you have is a country of bullies and brutes. I don't see how any Nigerian would not be suffering from PTSD. The country committed genocide and pretended it did nothing. The country committed genocide and pretended that it did nothing. So every Nigerian is angry all the time. Countries admit that they committed genocide so that the victims and the perpetrators will start to heal. But in the case of Nigeria, it's as if nothing happened. It's as if 3 million Igbos that died, we are vermin. Or 3 million Igbos that were killed, we are vermin. So, knowing that this country is an extremely violent country, I look for opportunities to help whoever that could still be helped in Nigeria. The only time I will draw a line is when people take the lives of others. Deliberately, intentionally. If people carry out attacks deliberately and intentionally that take the lives of others, they should be killed. But if it's done even intentionally, unintentionally, reprieve could be given to them. And my traditional religious tradition, Omena, recognizes this. If somebody takes the life of another accidentally, by the way, Igbo law says a life for a life. But if somebody accidentally takes the life of another, Oba Sochu, he will run away, run into exile for some time before coming back. He will run away specifically for 7 years. So I looked at the case of this girl, obviously a misguided young woman. Some people did not want to look at it from that angle. They said that the parents did not bring her up well. Who were the parents? Were they brought up well? Were they brought up well? Governors of Igbo states have 99% of their youths either underemployed or unemployed, and they are busy sending people to Saudi Arabia, to Mecca, Rome to pray, with money that should have been used to take care of youths that have no hope. But as an an extremely violent society, who cares? So, if you think that the parents should have done better on the girl, how about your governors? Who could not care that you are hungry and are using your money to sponsor their friends and family to go to other countries to pray? The governor of Ebonyi, one of the poorest places in the world, what I read was that he spent 500 million for people to go to Mecca and pray. 500 million could have give one Ebonyi 1 million naira. They could have established little farms and be feeding themselves. No, that's not important to Nigeria because Nigeria is an extremely violent society. The governor of Imo did the same. Probably the other 3 governors of the Southeast are planning to do the same. So, what did I do? I said that this girl should have been suspended rather than expelled, because what's the gain? Being in school, I'm sure, offers her some stability. Offers her already some stability. She has a structure to lean on. But if you throw this girl out of school, what do you gain? This girl could go into full-time prostitution. By the way, the country is a brothel already. The country is a brothel because of poverty, extreme violence. Some people came to my timeline to discuss this. I will now mention 2 individuals I had this conversation that contributed, and the response of one of them that forced me to make this video. He is a nurse. As far as he's concerned, this should be all law and order. I'm not sure he's a lawyer. I'm not sure he has studied societies. But why I think his response is important and needs my response is that he has gone further. He went further to write that some people with PhDs and became insulting. Even MNEC, he said they have mental issues. Began to insult the university, began to insult, and so on and so forth. That the rules are the rules. Okay, the rules are that the state governor has the right to send somebody on pilgrimage to Mecca with public funds. The rule is also that a state governor has the right to use public funds to send somebody to go and pray in Rome. Is it a good rule? It's not a good rule. At a point he said, mention one working society where rules and laws are not adhered to rigidly. I live in America. Every secondary elementary school in America has a division of mental health, where mental health of everybody is evaluated. Have we looked at the mental health of Nigerians? Do we have such? This university that expelled this girl, they did send her to a psychotherapist to ascertain even if she's mentally all right. And he's a nurse. He is a nurse. I had a conversation with one who is a doctor, an anesthesiologist, a woman. She did not rush out to the public to become insulting. We engaged each other respectfully. And we learned from each other. We saw that both of us have good points. Because my central argument was, this girl is just one out of millions of youths that are a waste. What do we gain if we push her over the edge? I'm sure this doctor listened to me. But this nurse refused to listen. As far as he's concerned, this is the law. It should be applied. In the advanced countries he's talking about, before they apply the law on people who commit grievous crimes, they evaluate their mental state. Is this done in Nigeria? Has this girl undergone psychological evaluation? Because I don't think that rational, very sane people behave the way this girl behaved. You have to be extremely strong not to be traumatized in Nigeria, because everything is designed to push you over the edge. But this nurse did not think about that. All he thought about was to rush to Facebook to make another post about leaving UNIZIK, about people that are insane, and some have PhDs. And I don't see who he's referring to apart from me. He should also check his own mental state, because a very healthy person does not become openly insulting like this. Have a good day.